Good morning. It's 7:15 in the morning on August 20. I don't know. Well, as I was saying before I got so rudely interrupted by the fact that I didn't know what date this was. It's August 26th. And it's a beautiful day with little fluffy skies, and it's going to be hot. So I've made the decision. Yes, I am going to put an air conditioner in. Probably not this year. I'm going to go on vacation, and I got to put a new air conditioner on the roof of the house, and I'm putting the air conditioner on the RV within the next couple of days. I've got that ordered. Things are just piling up. So anyway, I'm going to work on this bike for a while this morning. Kevin's coming over for other reasons. I'm going to try to find out where the signal to the tail light disappears. It's either under the tank or in the head or up in the switch. I don't know what all. We'll find out. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, well, welcome to Rat's Nest City. Huh. Well, here's lights. And got to be a tail light wire in here somewhere. Brown with green. Here's a brown with green. And it goes up to pilot and everything. So this guy's got to go get hooked up to the switch. All right, let's see what happens. All right, so let's turn ignition on. Let's just walk around to the other side and turn ignition on. All right. There's your headlight. This is tail light position. So let's find out which of these connections on the switch are tail light. I've got it written down. I've got all kinds of diagrams. It's just as easy to find it this way. And there it is. Nope. Okay, there's your tail light right there. Okay. So theoretically, if we hook this wire up to that connection, we should get taillight. Unless there's some reason why this wire is not connected. Ever since I heard that Dolly Parton passed away, I've been singing Jolene. Whistling Jolene, thinking Jolene, hearing Jolene. All right, there we should. Okay, we have instrument lights. That's nice. They're both loose. All right, now we have. There, okay. And if we walk back here, we should have a taillight on right now. Walk with me. And Shazam, there is a taillight. As soon as I figure out how to adjust this. And there it is. Somebody suggested a mirror for checking this taillights because I can't reach the brake pedal and that at the same time. That's a really good idea. I just got to figure out how to hang it up and where to put it. That worked great. I think I'm just going to keep this on the bench and use it for checking taillights. Okay, so taillight is fixed. I'm going to put the lens on it and then start thinking about changing this guy to negative ground. Okay, now I figured as long as I've got the headlight open, I might as well find out whether or not I could use the unused switch on this switch cluster for a starter. And then I looked up, there's no wires at all. They're gone. Whatever, I mean, you got left turn, right turn, horn, high-low over there, so you really don't need anything over here. This would have been the kill switch, it's gone. This would have been something, and this would have been something, but you can see right in here, not only are they gone, the switch assembly itself is upside down. So now I have to run a starter button, and I can either put a big ugly button up here somewhere that they supplied with the starter, or I can see if, I think I'm going to pull this switch assembly off here right now and see what's in it, and see if I can make either of these buttons into a starter. And then that'll be more like the more stock, BMO stock, BMO stock, B-E-M-O, BMO stock. Let's see what happens. Okay, I should have audio now. I stuck the microphone on. The switch was totally unused. It normally mounts on the handlebar like this, because here's the opening for the cable to come out. So we're going to try to see if this switch can be made to be momentarily on and use it for the starter. I think it's these two positions right here. Let's see what happens when I push it with my fingers. Well, I'm heck with it. Let's go to right here. And we'll go to the other. Oh, goodness gracious sakes alive, Frank. Everything's fighting with me today. Let's see. Okay, meter test okay. No connection here. Let's hold that there and press the button. It's not that one. Let's go from here to here. Okay. Meter test, good. Go from here. And we have a momentary button right there. Okay, so if I put a wire from this connection to this connection and run it out to the back of the bike, that'll be a good starter button right there. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'll be back. All right, I use yellow and gray because basically nothing else uses it. It's soldered in here, and the meter is hooked up to the wires, and we have continuity. Can you see the meter bouncing? And there we go. Now I can use this either way. If I have to apply 12 volts to the starter motor, then I'll put 12 volts in and 12 volts out. If I have to apply ground to the starting motor relay, then I'll put one side to ground and the other side to the relay. I can do anything I want with this switch because it's isolated from everything else. So I'm going to put this up on the handlebar and run the wire under the tank. Okay, so I'm starting the reversal process. First of all, I've got this wire run from this switch up here on the handlebar. Can you see where I am? You can't see it anyway. I've got the switch. Let's go out here. This bottom switch now is the start switch, okay? The wire comes down here. I had a couple of chrome clamps, so I put them on. Ran it under here, goes under the tank, comes out here, and I've just run it right along this vent tube just for neatness and take it right down here to the starter motor. Now down here we're going to decide whether I need to stick a ground onto this pin or whether I need to stick 12 volts onto that pin in order to make it work. And I'll make that decision in a few minutes later. In the meantime, back at the wrench, up here on the battery, I've got everything pulled out here. And I'm going to, right now I need to find out where the master go to ground is. I think it's underneath the battery down by the Podtronics voltage regulator rectifier. So to make life easier, rather than trying to go through the air cleaners, I'm going to pull this battery out of here and just start looking at the different wires. So I'll do that now. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, with the battery out of the way, I can see that the ground is hooked up to the bolt right in. Let's see if I can get this down there. Right there. That's the main ground point. Right in here. This guy. So I'm going to take these red wires off of that and do something different. I'll be back in a minute. It's about 5 afternoon, and I'm about 90% done in the rewiring of the bike. I made this schematic years ago, and it's actually quite helpful. If anybody ever wants it, just give me a holler and I'll send it to them. But it shows how to rewire a bike negative ground using a solid state rectifier and an electronic ignition. Let me show you what I have done, then I'll show you the problem I've run into. Okay, things here are pretty tight, pretty good. These are the wires that come from the charging system to the positive terminal. This is the wire that comes from the charging system to the negative terminal. This is the wire that goes from the negative terminal to ground. This is the new ground. I have to have a short wire, heavy wire, from the battery to this, then from this down. Actually, that's all, just to ground, yes, because the frame is grounded. Okay, but this is the wire they supplied, and it's too tight. I can't make it stretch to fit comfortably. So I'm going to run up to Napa and see if they have some red instead of black, a wire that I can cut and make into a longer version of one of these. Both of these are too short also for the way I want to run it. So that's where we are. I'm going to go see if I can find some heavy duty battery cable, preferably in red because it's positive. It should be red. And that's where we are. It's I don't know. Then I got to figure out how to trigger the solenoid with either positive or negative. And then it'll see if it spins the motor. That's where we are. All right, it's 20 to 2. I'm back from Napa. They had red cable, sufficiently large for a motorcycle, and they had the cable ends. And I have a hydraulic cable crimper, and I will make a new power cable mañana because it's, I just had a huge lunch. Tacos, refried beans, rice. I'm stuffed, and it's hot, and I'm tired. Those three things add up to nap time. So I'll pick this up tomorrow. Right now it's, I'd say about 90% done. Tomorrow we should get power to the starter motor and see if it'll spin. Kevin's coming over tomorrow, so it'll be fun doing it together. And that's the way it is. I'm going inside, I'm going to post this and take a nap.